rolling back those clocks to the last decade to talk about something from 2019 to kick off 2020. Let's make sense of that.
Take that.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Nerds Make Sense. First episode of 2020. We are back from our little break. We are glad to be back. And of course, as always, I'm Josh, and I'm with...
I'm Ted.
Emmanuel.
And Ted is playing with his mic stand.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
That's not a euphemism, by the way. So, we're here to talk about the ending of The Mandalorian, Season 1.
Chapter 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Ted is just free-holding his mic stand at this
Are we
point.
gonna do the video? Or is
I don't know, you're kind of a little more entertaining at this point.
It looks like you're struggling.
Because it keeps turning.
What is it? What keeps turning?
This thing when I'm trying to it's spinning it out of the rotation of it.
So you just hold it there.
Yeah. If you tighten up the black knob, it might help. Anyways, let's get this started.
Tranced.
So last time we left off,
We left off on a really big cliffhanger.
yeah, Mando, Kara, and Carl Weathers' character, I can never remember his name.
It's like, dang it, I had it, and then you said that, and I was like, ugh.
Carrig or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, they were trapped inside the cantina while Moff Gideon and his death troopers had them pinned down. And then, of course, the two scout troopers on the speeder bikes had captured Baby Yoda.
Played by Jason Sudeikis,
Really?
who everybody's hating right now.
Really?
Yeah, it was Jason Sudeikis, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but they are furious at this man right now for a character he played because he punched the Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they both do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did it first.
I bet you he probably, the minute he saw Baby Yoda, I bet you he's like, I want to punch Baby Yoda.
But
I could just see Jason Sudeikis doing that.
But yeah, so they killed my favorite character, which was the little man. I forget his name
Quill?
already. Quill.
Quill, or
Quill.
however you want to pronounce it, the Ugnaught.
Yeah, they killed him, and he was like this wise old man who always had some smart shit to say, and like he was always right about stuff, and he was just like really snarky. And I loved him.
Yeah.
Because Mando was always like fucking arguing with him about something.
Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna just fucking kill the sand people. He's like, bro, like, can you chill for like 5 seconds? Like, you don't have to kill everybody. You're not Anakin. You don't need to kill the sand people.
I'm pretty sure everybody wants to kill the sand people, though. But we did get a little bit of a confirmation early on, and this was actually back in Chapter 7, one thing that, we were kind of talking about in a previous chapter to that, was the fact that Jawas are everywhere.
Yeah.
They're not just specific to Tatooine. So, I mean, that's beside the point. But anyways, the scout troopers have Baby Yoda. They fly back to the city, but then they hold up outside waiting for the orders.
They're like that's Moff Gideon, dude. He just killed a bunch of people that were our people.
It was
Yeah.
funny
Let's
too
just wait.
because-
Let's just wait. Give me a second.
It's because it was funny too because they're like, should we just call it in? And they called it in, and they're like, yeah, I just got word they just killed somebody for interrupting him,
Yeah.
and it was probably that guy they called in to tell him that they had the Baby Yoda,
Yeah.
and it was pretty funny. Like
That whole like 5-minute scene, it
was still not Star Wars, but it was still good.
Yeah.
and it fucked with like the tension of everything for a second. I was just like, what am I watching? Because it felt like, you know what it felt like? I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it felt like Red vs. Blue.
Yeah, I did.
Or just just some fucking troopers just sitting around like bullshitting and being hella stupid. He's like, I want to look at it. You're like, no, you don't need to fucking look at it. You're like, I just want to see it, just a little bit. Like, come on.
Does it have water? Is it thirsty? Like, you just want to see it.
Is it dead? Dude, you just want to see it.
It was so dumb. And then we just have like the most tense moment ever. They're like panicking in this cantina. They're like, "Oh my god, we can't get out!" Like they keep coming up with ideas of how to get out, and they can't. You know, they're like, "Oh, well, we'll go through the sewer. Oh, we can't get there." Like, "Oh, well, we could just blast our way out. Like, no, bro, there's like 80 of them. I'm like,
Well, okay, you skipped over talking about probably one of the funniest parts of the episode.
Which one?
And that was the two troopers taking pot shots at what was it, a can or a rock or something?
Yeah, because they're sitting there bored, and the scene takes like 8 minutes. They're just sitting here.
But they keep missing the rock. They keep missing on their shots, and it's like one of them is just doing it to, he starts off doing it by himself, and he keeps shooting, and he keeps missing, and then the other one starts in, and they're both missing. They're not landing a shot at all.
Oh my god, they're so dumb. Oh my god, that's their whole armed force is people like them, bro. That's everybody.
Well, I mean, the standards for being a stormtrooper in the Empire were very, very low.
They were just taking anybody.
Yeah, basically, you go, you enlist, you become a stormtrooper. They give you an armor, and that's it. You're done.
The armor doesn't even do anything. So,
I mean,
so like, what even?
I mean, wasn't it this episode that they were just like shattering stormtrooper armor all over the place?
I don't remember.
Yeah, they just killed a bunch of stormtroopers before.
They did just kill a bunch of stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're at this really tense moment after all that comedy shit happens, after everybody hates Jason Sudeikis.
And then IG-11 shows up.
Yes, who was my second favorite character, because like his first appearance was incredible. He's like, I'm gonna blow up. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's me.
Will you stop that?
And then he's even better because he's like a babysitter. He goes into super fucking nanny mode. He's like, nobody touch the baby.
Better version of Vin Diesel in the Pacifier.
Exactly. It was incredible. And so he's just got the baby in a fucking baby carrier on his chest / back because he keeps turning around. And I don't know which way his body's supposed to face. But
he takes a speeder bike, and then he starts flying through the city, just fucking over stormtroopers left and right,
yeah,
literally.
like some crazy gunslinger.
And you just see Baby Yoda in his little packy. He's loving the whole thing.
Yeah, kill that one. That was so fresh.
Oh my god, yeah.
That picture of him laughing is just like me on a daily basis.
Yep.
And freaking so that's their exit plan is just IG-88 just comes in. He's like, all right, I'm here now. Deus Ex Machina. I'm here to save the fucking day. And like I knew it was gonna happen. Like I knew he was gonna go like berserk in some way. And I was like, oh, it just felt so good to see it.
And then but at one point they try to bust their way out of the cantina, but it ends up backfiring. And of course, IG-11 shows up. And then I forget what exactly caused them to retreat back into the cantina. But then like a magma trooper shows up.
Oh, it's because Mando picked up that big ass gun that Moff was bringing out, the one that had like the big freaking battery pack attached to it, and like they had to carry it out in 5 parts or some shit. Yep, he picked it up and then Moff Gideon just fucking shot the battery and
blew it up, and then injured Mando. They had to retreat in.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, well, and then of course the explosion nearly killed Mando, and that leads to us actually getting to see the face of what's his name?
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, there you go.
It was a weirdly, because they built up the Mando taking off his helmet as like this really like intimate thing that like you're not supposed to do in front of like anybody really, and the fucking robot takes it off. I was like, what kind of energy are you giving me here? Like, is he gonna fuck the robot?
It was kind of anticlimactic for me. I was like, oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, like people were saying like we all knew what he looked like. I was like, yeah, we knew what he looked like already because the actor doesn't wear the helmet 24/7 his whole life.
I mean, he did on set. Like during all the set photos, he didn't take off the helmet.
And then I guess you could say it was like
he's in his trailer taking a bath. He's still got the helmet on.
I guess you could say when he revealed it, it was because like he didn't trust robots or anything at all. So I guess like, and then that was one he even said like prior episode that he didn't trust that robot.
Yeah. And
so like him taking his helmet off because he was trying to help him.
Well, yeah.
You could see like you could say it was like an intimate moment, but like I don't know, it was like kind of anticlimactic because I knew they were gonna show it at the season finale. I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it was just like, oh, okay, that was cool.
Yeah, and of course that goes back to his deep-seated hatred of droids going back to the Clone War, because it was the droid army that murdered his parents.
And that was before. Was that before or after Baby? Oh, it was. We forgot. Baby Yoda stopped the flames.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then it ended up killing the magma trooper.
Like, not my daddy.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love you, Daddy.
Daddy?
Oh God.
Dude, that was Squidbillies. That reminds me of Squidbillies.
Make him roar.
Yeah, the one from Shrek. That's the one I was thinking.
That's automatically what I thought of when you said that. I love you, Daddy.
Bro, it was, you know what?
But yeah.
Another thing that was funny to me in that episode is that what I forgot, what's his name, the guy that came with the Guildmaster guy.
Oh, Carl Weathers.
Yeah, he was like,
just call him by his real name.
yeah,
I don't remember.
I was gonna say that, but I
Apollo.
couldn't. It was funny because he kept
like-
taking shots in
Yeah.
there because he was like, dude, like whatever, like I
Like,
have
yeah,
to
I
get
mean,
through this.
if I'm gonna,
dude, I'm stressed too.
you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
I'd do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
If
he
I'm
didn't
gonna
know
die,
what-
I'm gonna die drunk.
It was like, yeah, it was just because he was like every shot he was like, yeah, you know what? And then there was like Mando was talking,
I'm
he was
surprised
like,
you didn't just chug the bottle.
yeah, you should have. Like he was the only one. But yeah, so they escaped through the. I was gonna say the sewer, but
The underground tunnels,
Yeah.
basically.
It was
it's-
like a sewer system.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
pretty much it was.
dude, and then that's when they met the beefed up R2 unit. The
Well, before that, they go to they go
through-
seeking for the help from the other Mandos.
Yeah, and they're all dead.
Yeah, you come to find out that most are dead. Some of them, she does say that some of them managed to escape, but she's the armor lady is, I don't know what her name is.
she's a leader.
Yeah, I suppose she's the leader, but she's sitting there taking all of the armor from the dead Mandalorians and melting them down.
Yeah, so she got more to make parts for herself.
Well, that and for any new foundlings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what she's doing. And then, of course, she makes his signet, which is the Mudhorn
Yeah.
from the second episode?
Yeah.
And she basically says that you have to find, if you're not going to take care of this baby, you have to at least take care of it until you find its people.
Yeah, because I guess those are the two options you have for a foundling. Is
Yeah.
either you train it or you get it back to its family.
Yep.
Yeah,
And-
But I don't think any of those things are possible.
so that
Well, yeah, because that would mean either finally revealing whether or not there are other of Yoda's species, or I don't know. The kid's already 50 years old.
Exactly.
I don't think Mando has the lifespan to sit there and train him.
Yeah, it's impossible.
So that means he's a Mandalorian now, a little baby Yoda.
Yeah, he's a foundling. Yeah,
Give him some freaking armor. Let's go.
Yeah,
that would be.
they're
awesome.
already talking about merchandise with him with armor on.
Oh my god.
So it's already coming out.
But she did say that for as long as they're together, they were a clan of two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cool. And then they came, didn't they? Right after that, the Empire.
Yeah, the group escaped further into the tunnels, heading towards the lava fields, and then a bunch of Imperial troops came in, and
yeah, and then she just went to town on them.
yeah, she fucked them up. That's where the armor smashing was.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Busting it up.
She just tore through that armor.
Yeah, she was fresh. She was a cool character.
That's-
And I knew that from like when she first appeared. I was like, yeah, she's gonna fuck someone up.
Now, what's really funny too is because I didn't know who she was, who the person was playing the character, until like a week or two before the final episode.
Who is it?
I don't know what her actual name is, but I know who else she plays.
Who is it? Is it somebody from Game of Thrones?
No, she played Amara in Supernatural, or she plays Amara, the sister of God in Supernatural.
I don't watch
I
that
have to
show.
look up Supernatural.
And then she currently also has a smaller role on the show Seal, or not Seal, but is it Seals?
Seals.
Or not that kind of seals, like Navy SEALs.
I don't know.
Emily Swallow.
Yeah.
Let me look up what is she in. Emily Swallow.
SEAL team.
She-
SEAL team.
She looks familiar.
Yeah. Well, like I said, she plays Amara in Supernatural, and then she's also on SEAL Team right now. She plays a doctor.
Hell, hello.
Yeah, she's very.
She was on The Mentalist.
See, I never seen The Mentalist, so.
I vaguely watched The Mentalist.
But yeah, so I was surprised to find out that was her under there. But then when I heard the voice, it's like, yeah, that's definitely her. At first, I thought maybe it was going to be Katie Sackhoff.
Oh, she plays
Starbuck.
What's her name in Castlevania? Lisa Tepes. Yeah, the show. Dude, that show's sick. Anyway,
yeah.
back to this show.
So she fucks up the stormtroopers while the others escape, and then they get to the lava river.
So this when they got here, this was kind of the part where like it was kind of like ruined for me because like the pacing was really weird because they were in this river and it was like really tense, but like because it was going so slow, it felt almost hilarious to me that there was like this really dramatic moment when they're in this river of lava, but they're going like 1 foot a second.
Yeah.
And then this is where we see the freaking R2 unit. I don't know why people say it's a buff R2 unit. It's just an R2 unit with arms and legs.
Yeah.
That's
well,
the
I mean,
first R2 unit ever to have that.
We've never seen that before.
It's buff.
I mean, but it's like it's the full body of an R2 unit, and it just has arms and legs attached to it instead of the 3 rolling legs.
Yeah, and because it just rows the boat.
Yeah,
that's all it does is rows the boat.
But I mean, you think it's just funny to see R2 unit repurposed for that kind of a thing, because you would think that
it does look ghetto as hell.
You know, you'd think that they would have some other kind of droid that already had arms and legs doing the job.
No, they're like, here's a fucking trash can. Let's put some arms and legs on.
Yeah, but of course, as they're going down the lava river, Mando picks up the stormtroopers that are waiting at the edge of the cave. And it's like, yeah, there's too many. We can't fight our way out of that one. So IG-11's like, yeah, I can go and blow myself up and save everybody again.
That was pretty good because it was like, because they were telling him he doesn't need to do that.
Yeah.
And they tried to use the logic like, oh, you're programmed to take care of the baby, and then he was like, well, guess what? He was like,
this is how I'm taken care of.
Yeah, he was like, if we go out there, we're dead. The baby's dead. So if I give you the baby and go out and blow up, then he's safe. My programming is fulfilled. And then was like, oh well, fuck, go with it. Because like that, they all looked at each other like, oh,
because
well.
And he kept repeating like he's not allowed to be taken captive. Mm-hmm. That's embedded in all IG units.
Mm-hmm. It was so cool too, and then what made it even funnier is that like he walked. It was like a slow walk through the lava, and everyone's watching. He's like kind of burning up from the bottom, and like he got out there, and like the stormtrooper just looked at him like, okay,
what the fuck?
They didn't even shoot him. And
it's like, where's the rest of them?
And he just looked around. He was like, cannot be captured. Self-destruct.
But I mean, it really does the whole the slow march that he has out there, and then it just kind of really shows how badass an IG unit really is.
Oh, and then Baby Yoda was like, "Dude, I just met you. We went on the ride. We killed a bunch of people. And now you're leaving me." Because like he even looked. He even said like, well, you know, like you can tell by his face. He was like, "Dude, I just met you,
But yeah, you really get to see how badass the IG units are because he's literally walking through lava and not falling apart. Like, that should have just... I mean, if Mando had jumped in there, even with his Beskar armor, his legs would have been gone in seconds.
Absolutely. I mean, because even...
The Beskar might have survived, but...
Yeah, but it would have superheated his whole fucking body. He would have died of shock.
So... I mean, to be able to sit there, because he took, 20, 30 steps before he got to the mouth of the cave, and then just sat there for a while at the edge of the cave, still in the lava, and then exploded.
Yeah, and my thing, too, was, I'm like, if the fucking stormtroopers were out there, and they knew that the fucking guys were slowly going to come up, why didn't they, just go at an angle and be like, oh, there they are, let me fucking shoot them while they can't move? Instead of waiting for him to get outside.
Well, because you didn't want to have you didn't want to expose yourself too early. You know, that was actually kind of smart of them for them to wait to come out because if they had sat at the mouth of the cave and then fired in, there would have been the chance that they could have thinned out the number of stormtroopers to actually be able to survive coming out. So that was actually the one smart move the stormtroopers made all day.
And they still fucking...
And they still got killed. Because they didn't open fire on IG-11 the minute he walked out of the cave.
Yeah.
Like dumbasses.
Poor.
So they ruined a perfect move. But so they get to the edge. Of course, they see the destruction that IG-11 has caused. And they get out of the boat. They start heading for the ship. And then all of a sudden, they get attacked by a TIE fighter.
Yep.
Piloted by none other than Moff Gideon. And I gotta say, Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Moff Gideon, he's such a good bad guy.
My boy Gus from the Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, plus he was in, oh my god, there was a show that went for like 2 or 3 seasons that I watched that he was one of the bad guys in.
He was also Ra's al Ghul.
Was he?
Was he?
In animated...
Oh, The Voice?
Mm-hmm.
He was also in the second and third Maze Runner movies. Where he didn't play a bad guy, but I wouldn't exactly call him a good guy. Well, no, he's pretty much a good guy. But he's a great actor. He commits to his parts and he does them well. But he does a really good bad guy. And so we finally get to see, that was one thing we didn't mention. When he was back in the Enclave for the Mandalorians, not only does he get his signet, he finally gets a jetpack.
Oh yeah, he got his jetpack. Oh, she gave it to IG-88 or IG-11 or whatever, and she's like, hold on to this. He's
IG-88's from Empire Strikes Back. I know. 11's from the Mando.
Yeah, and then she was like, hold on to this. He can't fucking handle it right now.
Yeah, he's still recovering.
And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, all right, I got it.
And they said that you need to train with it because it won't listen to you. But then
he's had some training with it. He said that.
Yeah, but she said like you need to have specific. You have to. Like, she made it seem like it was alive because she said you have to bond with it or whatever. She used a word. You have to, like, get with it or else it won't work with you. But then he, like, strapped himself up and he was up and away.
Yeah, but you could also see that he didn't have the greatest control over it.
No, I don't think anyone who has one of those expected to go do chicken with the TIE fighters.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was another thing.
That was awesome. But one unique thing that his jetpack doesn't have is he doesn't have a rear rocket.
Good.
Like Boba Fett and some of the others have had.
Just like Deadpool said in Epic Rap Battles, that's a cool missile backpack. What are you going to use it for when birds attack? So that's pretty... that was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, it is pretty redundant, isn't it? Just slide it on your back. Lean forward to aim and shoot it.
Yeah, well,
but he has all those other ones. I mean, I liked how he now has the missiles ones from his wrist. Like, he can lock on.
Yeah, he got more of those.
That's kind of better.
What was those are called? Because they're fucking badass when he used them on the stormtroopers.
They are. And she told him, like, yeah, don't waste these because
they're really hard to make apparently.
Yeah, and he's like, whatever.
Well, okay, one of it wasn't entirely his fault. Like somebody stepped on the activator on his wrist and launched him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
During a fight.
Yeah.
And so that's why he didn't have any at the time. Otherwise, he probably could have wiped out those death troopers in seconds.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he goes one on one with
a fucking
Moff
TIE
Gideon
fighter
in the TIE fighter.
And he fucking wins.
And he
wins. What the hell is like what? He brings a knife to a gunfight and he wins.
While Kara's down at the bottom with the big ass blaster firing at the TIE fighter doing nothing.
Yeah, they said that this is nothing. You know, and the funny thing is that freaking the guy's like, oh, we got to have the baby do it. He goes, do the thing.
And the baby just goes like,
he's like, hey, and he even laughs like, hey, what's up? Don't you think we should be worried about that?
Yeah.
But at the point, Baby Yoda's like kind of done with the Force because or whatever you want to call it, because I know they're not saying it's a Force, but.
Well, I mean, they pretty much confirmed it because what's her name was like, yeah, there was these wizards that we fought one time.
Yeah, that's a Mandalorian lore. That's what they used to call
the Jedi.
The Jedi back then in the olden days is what they called them, the wizards.
But that answered your question that you asked, a while back, was whether or not they knew about the Force.
Oh yeah, they knew about it. It's just that they just.
Well, actually, no. The thing is that Mando didn't know it. Kara didn't know about it, which is really weird because she was a Rebel Alliance soldier. You think she would have heard about Luke Skywalker and what he could do?
And Rebels kind of talked about the Force, but they kind of said it in a way.
Yeah, they used it as like a greeting and like a be safe
as like a good luck.
It became more of a Godspeed type thing.
Yeah,
the military will use in real life.
God have mercy on us all.
Yeah, because like they tiptoe over it,
but yeah, she was the only one to actually sit there and explain it in depth. I mean, she didn't use the Force. She didn't say it.
So did Manuel's character. I keep forgetting his name. The one that
Quill?
died. Yeah, Quill. He said it too. I mean,
he said that he had heard of it or seen it before.
Yeah, because
he knows of it.
Yeah, because of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So he knows.
I wonder if he was an Ugnaught on Cloud City during Empire Strikes Back. Be interesting to find out.
Find out now.
But yeah, so he takes down the TIE fighter. And then he takes Baby Yoda.
He drilled the hole in the top, didn't he? And dropped the bomb in, or no?
No, he stuck the bomb on the wing, on the pylon that connected to the solar panel.
Because when he did that, the guy inside, he's like, "No!" And I'm like, "Dude, you're not even looking up there. Like, how do you know he planted that on there?"
Because it alerted on his screen.
Bro, you should have ejecto-cedo, cuz.
They don't have ejector seats. TIE fighters don't have ejector seats.
Fuck not.
Well, before you knew, they didn't land like that before, so maybe it did and he didn't do it.
Who fucking knows what there's only TIE fighters?
We don't know what they do now.
TIE fighters were built for speed. They're not even supposed to have hyperdrives, so how Kylo got the fuck to Exegol in a TIE fighter from the Death Star, I don't know how.
I'm telling you, dude. Whatever made you go.
Yeah. But anyway, so the TIE fighter gets taken down, and then Mando and Baby Yoda end up leaving on their journey to find Baby Yoda's people. Now, whether or not they're going to be looking for Jedi, or they're going to actually be looking for Yoda's race, is still kind of in question.
I mean, well, as far as we know, either of those exist right now.
Well, there would be one. Luke Skywalker. That would be it.
Yeah.
And now
he would currently be the only Jedi.
Yep.
Because it's set. Because Mando's 5 years after the Return of the Jedi. Mm-hmm. So Luke's like in his early 30s at this point.
And
then there's the thing that everybody's been fucking raving about. Like everybody's shit.
Yeah, at the end of it cuts
end.
back to the crashed TIE fighter. And then there were Jawas on it, weren't there?
Yeah, they were scrapping it.
Yeah, they were starting to scrap it, and then all of a sudden you see this blade stick out. And at first, honestly, I thought it was a vibroblade.
Mm-hmm. I knew what it was as soon as I seen it.
And then as it started coming out further, and then start cutting, I was like, no way.
I knew by the tip of it.
And it turns out that it's the Darksaber from Rebels.
Yep.
It is the freaking Darksaber. And everybody is fucking going nuts trying to figure out how this dude got the Darksaber. Like, everybody's excited that it's actually in a live-action show for the first time ever.
He fucking killed the dude from Rebels. That's how he got it.
Yeah.
That guy's fucking dead. I know you guys like that guy. He's fucking dead now. Good job.
There's a thing that hasn't happened in Rebels or in Clone Wars yet. They said it on the episode. I forgot something about the crying eye, the fall of something, and that's what's going to supposedly happen in Clone Wars or / whatever Rebels is coming out with, because that's where they'll get the sword from to be in there. Because I guess this is all taking place after all that. So,
yeah.
So during that time, it's
I mean, in Rebels, the ending of Rebels is right at the same time as the Battle of Endor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got it from the guy or the.
But the last person we saw it was oh my goodness. It was Satine's sister, the original leader of Mandalore from the Clone Wars, who was then later killed by Maul. Her sister had the saber.
Not no more.
And she was the last one to have it.
She got that.
So there were a lot of people are wondering, when, did he get it from her? Did Gideon get it from someone else who took it from her? Or what's happening here? So we're we're waiting to find that out. So that was huge. It's really cool to see that in live action, outside of where we got it from in Rebels. And of course, that saber, it's got a history. It was created by the first ever Mandalorian Jedi, who then left the Jedi Order and became the ruler of the Mandalorians. And then, of course, Maul had it for a time.
Why did Maul have it? He had a fucking...
Because he took it... It became a family heirloom for the clan Vizsla.
Yeah, his race, not his race, his bloodline.
Yeah, his blood. It became like whoever possessed the Darksaber was supposed to be. They were supposed to be like meant to rule Mandalore or something like that.
Yeah, because in Clone Wars the guy had it, but he wasn't really skilled with it. He just swung it like a regular sword.
Yeah, and then Maul took it from him.
Yeah, Maul killed him, bro. It was fresh. That was a cool fight. Yeah, he was man. He was on his knee. He was like, he was saying a chant for Mandalore, and Maul's like, no, you're done. Like, I'm Mandalore now.
Yeah, he takes it, and then he takes control of Mandalore for a time.
Holy shit!
And that's when he
and then
kills.
Sidious came and beat his ass and said, "Listen here, you're alive.
Well, no, because
you like being alive. Do what I say."
Yeah.
It's like, and then he's like, that's basically what happened. He started like. That's what I like about Darth Maul. Like,
he tries to lure Obi-Wan back to Mandalore so he can kill him, and of course he kills Obi-Wan's love interest.
Yeah, the love interest.
Yeah,
that's not allowed.
The former Queen of Mandalore.
Dude,
is this allowed?
You can do whatever you want. Apparently.
It's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mace Windu, Qui-Gon, they all did stuff that wasn't supposed to do.
I'm sure they were all tempted at one point. Mm-hmm. The only one who fell for it was Anakin.
Oh man, it didn't look like it.
But anyway, let's get into the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
What are our predictions for season 2?
Well, there's a lot of Skywalker saga people going to be there apparently, because that's what's on the news now.
That's what I heard. I heard people. It was specifically from Rise of Skywalker.
So people are saying Lando. People are saying, who else are they saying? Yeah, they said Lando is probably like one of the people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up running into Han Solo or somebody.
He's fucking dead.
Not at that time.
He's dead now. He wasn't in Rise of Sky. Oh, he wasn't in Rise of Sky.
He didn't even want to be there
for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but they have a younger version they can use.
Oh God.
They're not using that guy's like ancient Han Solo.
Yeah, he's.
We don't have a young Harrison Ford anymore.
No, but you've got a young guy that looks
similar.
He
doesn't. No, he doesn't look like Harrison Ford at all.
They didn't even want to use him. They just used him to get the movie out. They did not like that guy.
I need freaking.
I thought he was okay.
No,
the movie's okay.
Let's see, who can he run into?
I don't know who.
It's gonna be the freaking that little dude that everybody likes from Rise of Skywalker. The
Babu Frick.
Yeah, Babu Frick.
Oh, you want to know an interesting fact about that?
No, but tell me anyway.
The voice of Babu Frick.
Oh yeah, I did hear about this.
It's Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter.
Yeah, that was.
It's the actress who played Moaning Myrtle.
That's stupid.
I thought that was cool.
Right.
And why is like I feel like that's like a fabricated article. They're like, oh, this is everybody's new favorite character in Star Wars. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
nobody cares. This is fake.
Oh, I didn't say that. I just said I thought it was an interesting fact.
I thought that chick was dead too.
She's not that old, dude.
It's gonna be someone
She's
dumb
not even
too.
old.
It's gonna be like R2D2 or C3PO or someone. It's not gonna be like.
It's gonna be that freaking girl.
It's gonna be like Chewbacca.
Well, I don't think it'll be C3PO because Anthony Daniels, who does the voice of C3PO, said he was retired after that. After Rise of Skywalker.
That doesn't matter.
He should have did that before.
Carrie Fisher died, and they still put her in that movie.
Yeah.
It's because
it's not gonna stop them.
That's because they screwed up and didn't kill her off in the one before when they actually had the chance to.
It's not gonna stop them. Whatever, Anthony Daniels. We have the right to your fucking life.
They're gonna be like,
you signed this in your blood.
No one's ever retired here.
Disney owns you.
But yeah, so I don't know. That was one thing I was happy. Like me and Manuel said in the last one, we're glad that they're not. There's no one in here from anything else. This is all new stuff and things being said. Everything else is just hinted outside. I just hope they don't think they should bring everybody in or more people in. You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
the new season coming out, I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like there will be more Force encounters. Like they'll find more about the Jedi and stuff. But I don't want to see Luke. I don't want to see other thing. I wanted to see like books and things being said and whatnot. I don't want to see.
Well, there are
examples of.
So there were. So the new. From some of the new comics and book material, people are saying there's about 25 to 30 Jedi that survived Order 66.
I don't want to see them either. Stay hidden.
So
Stay gone.
they could run into other Jedi that stayed hidden.
As long as it's not someone I know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if it's new, like if they do find the Yoda's race or whatever, like that's okay because like we never seen that. I just want to see new things explored, nothing that's tied to any other character.
Yeah.
I don't want this to somehow tie into the new Death Star or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, and I don't want them to like 3 seasons later be like, oh yeah, you know your uncle Jango Fett or Boba Fett. Or,
yeah, I'm like what?
And I don't want to see Boba Fett climb out of that big old mouth to fight Mando and then die instantly. I don't want to see that either.
I don't want to see Jabba. Oh, he's dead. I forgot.
No, we gotta find the other one, his cousin, the one from Clone Wars.
What?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's dead too.
Oh, dang it. He was cool.
The one who could actually speak English.
So if we're gonna see people, from
He
the
was on
movies,
Coruscant. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
If we're gonna see anybody from the movies, I want to see those 2-headed dudes from Episode 1.
The announcer?
The announcers from the
From the pod racer?
That's who I want to
I want
see.
to see Jar Jar.
I want to see Jar Jar again.
No.
I want some of those. I want more of those.
I swear to God, if they put Jar Jar in, I am quitting Star Wars.
I want some more
Let's
of those.
go. Bring Jar Jar. Bring Jar Jar.
Those little one-eyed droids that when you poke them in the eye, they fucking just collapse.
I want some more of those guys.
We've already seen them.
I want more. I said more.
Let's just go to the Naboo. Let's just go there.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's go. I want to
See
see
Padme's grave.
the Gungan City.
Yeah,
I want to go back there.
Yeah, let's go to Gungan City.
Oh, we can go to Gungan City because Jar Jar's not allowed there anymore.
That's fine. Well,
And he's a hero there now.
yeah,
No, he's not.
He's a freaking.
He's the ambassador for
he's
the
the
Gungan
ambassador.
City.
Not anymore.
He's dead.
Why is he
He's
not?
been cast out because they blame him for essentially the creation of the Empire.
How?
Because he was the one that proposed giving the Chancellor emergency powers to create the army in the first place.
Incredible.
He's an outcast in his own people again.
What a good guy.
Damn it, Jar Jar.
He basically lives in an orphanage with kids on Naboo.
Incredible.
Bro, he was just the chosen one, and he just did what he had to do for Anakin to do.
No, he was the manipulated one.
But Jar Jar didn't have a mind to be manipulated. He just did what he wanted. My boy Jar Jar.
No, he didn't have enough of a mind not to be manipulated.
My poor man Jar Jar.
He
Anyway,
needed to die.
that was Mandalorian, season 1, episode 8.
Season 2 is already in production already, coming
Yeah.
out fall.
Coming out
The
this fall.
fall.
Plus, later this year, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show will be going into production.
I'm looking forward to that.
There's rumors that Hayden Christensen could be coming back
Yes.
to reprise his
Yes.
role as Darth Vader.
Let's go.
Yes. Let's go.
I can't wait for that.
Me too.
And then when
Which,
we do,
as long as he's in the suit playing Darth
Then-
Vader
then
and not a whiny little bitch, I'll be
then
okay.
when we do the reviews, like we're doing Obi-Wan Kenobi, guys. Hayden Christensen wasn't that great.
Hey, like I said, as long as he's playing Darth Vader and not the whiny little bitch Anakin,
Manuel
I'm
said
okay.
it the best when we did the Star Wars review. Don't blame him. Blame the people who wrote him.
George Lucas.
Yes, blame George
blame
Lucas.
him. Dude, this is new directors. Dude, they could write him better. Why not? He's a good actor.
Because you cannot say
Really, because you guys have been so impressed by the characters they've created so far.
George Lucas didn't write them.
You can't say
You
say
just said
you
these
don't
are
like
better.
George Lucas because you fucking love this new trilogy and you hated the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
You're like, that trilogy's fucking stupid. Jar
No,
Jar's
no,
the
no,
worst
no, no.
character ever. And George Lucas made all those things.
Yeah. dude.
He was wholly responsible, 100%, for everything in the prequel trilogy.
The only movie I hated was Episode 2.
And guess what? George Lucas made that one. All
Yeah,
by himself.
No, I admit that.
All by himself.
The one thing that took down Episode 1 was Jar Jar.
And he made that too. He was insistent on Jar Jar being in that movie. He was like, you know what this movie needs? We need a comedic relief character who's 8 feet tall and really stupid.
A lot of people now are saying like they should have just let George Lucas do.
These ones,
Script, yeah.
bro. I mean, like at least it would have
He
been
already had.
consistent.
He had done.
It would have been consistent.
He had done scripts for episodes 7, 8, and 9, but Disney bought it and then said, "No, we're not going to use it."
Yeah, because they wanted their own little agenda.
And guess what? In those scripts, though, Palpatine was coming back.
Of
Good.
course.
Well, I'm pretty sure he would have made it clearly there. From
Yeah,
the
we
first
would have
one.
known from episode 7.
Just like the end of episode 1 when they showed the freaking the Emperor with the cloak when he was talking to whatever.
Exactly.
They would have seen something like that
from the fucking start. The Emperor was coming
Not
back.
two movies with nothing in it. Then the third one, he's there.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Because you could pretty much disregard those 2 fucking movies now. They don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You could watch episode 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 9. And then that's it. You don't need those other 2.
I never thought about that. Yeah, but with
Okay, you would still need 7. You just don't need 8. Because
What happens in 7?
7 is where you get introduced to Rey, Finn, and everybody
You don't
else.
even need to be introduced to them. It doesn't even matter.
I would still want to be
Because
introduced
none of their
to them.
characterization in that first movie carries over.
yeah, they're still the same people, and Rey's is still the same person.
It'll be more jarring to watch episode 7 and then episode 9
That's how I'm gonna
than
watch
to
it from
just
now on.
skip them. You're just like, okay, here we are in the new Star Wars. Okay, cool, whatever. Emperor's back, cool, whatever. All right, got it.
I prefer the writers that we have for the Mandalorian and what's going to become of Obi-Wan's thing, because like they're just I don't know.
Who's in charge of the Obi-Wan one? I know because I know Jon Favreau did this one.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think it's really been released yet.
But they just need to keep going with the pace they have with them, because the Mandalorian's great. Like everyone loves it. I haven't seen one person say my dad.
If they keep Jon Favreau on as at least a consultant for the Obi-Wan movie, I think not movie but show. I think it'll be fine.
My dad, who's not even seen a Star Wars movie since The Return of the Jedi, seen a trailer for Mandalorian. He was like, "Do you have Disney Plus? I want to watch that." I'm like, "You want to watch The Mandalorian?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "A Star Wars film." He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, all right, they did it.
Well, I mean, you don't.
They brought him
Here's
back.
the thing, though. You honestly don't have to know anything
No, it was
going into the Mandalorian.
But it's also just hella cool.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
cool. It's just like you don't have to know you don't have to know anything. That's what I'm trying to say. Like that's good writing. Even people who haven't seen any Star Wars or not fans of it, they love the Mandalorian. It's like that's how it should be for anything when you write it.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be a fan of it. Like even in anime, like people like when One Punch Man came out, there's people who never watched anime and watched One Punch Man and loved it. Like it's just the way you write it and present it. And the Mandalorian's doing a good job, and I can't wait for them to do more. And we'll see what Obi-Wan does and whatever other Star Wars thing they want to do on Disney Plus. But yeah, but that's about it though.
Yeah.
So I don't know when the next time we'll do one of these. The stuff for Mandalorian. Maybe when we see a trailer.
Yeah, probably when we see a trailer, we get a confirmation. We'll talk about it some more.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
About when the second season's going to come out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
And then of course we'll try to do. We'll hopefully be at a point to where we can do one of these after every episode for the second season. If not, then we'll probably do something very similar.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, 2, 3 episodes at a time. Unfortunately, that's just where our lives are at the moment.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, we're doing fine. But so I think that covers just about everything we wanted to talk about. Thank you for joining us again here in 2020. We're happy to get the year started off on the right foot. We're actually really looking forward to what's coming out from Disney here over the next several months. Anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah, that's about it.
No, that's everything.
All right. Well then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I know for a fact that many of the people who have been watching our videos are not subscribed. So if you could please do us a favor and subscribe. It would help us out a lot. Our goal this year is by the end of the year to be at least 100 subscribers. So if you could help us out towards that goal, we'd really, really appreciate it. And you can do that very easily. If you're already subscribed, share it with somebody who you know would like listening to this. Share it with your nerdy friends who aren't subscribed, who maybe never even seen us or heard us before.
If you know there's somebody that has opinions that differ from ours, send us to them so they can come and yell at us.
And we are going to, obviously once and if we get more popular, we would love to be able to have guests on the show with us. But that's probably a little further down the road.
Lucas.
Oh, that would
himself.
I don't know if that would ever happen.
Yeah,
but
I know,
it would
because
be
I would
awesome.
just spend the entire time shit talking him. Like, so George Lucas. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd walk out on
so
us.
tell me exactly what kind of substances were you abusing when you wrote the prequel trilogy?
What kind of substances were you abusing when you wrote Leia kissing Luke?
Yeah, what was that? What was the deal with that? I mean, you knew. You wrote this whole thing. You knew where that was going to end up. And you were like, no, this is fine. So I need... Lucas? Are you from Alabama? That shit doesn't fly here.
But anyways, once again, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought of the season finale of Mando. Let us know what you thought about the season as a whole. Did you enjoy it? Are you excited for season 2? Or maybe you didn't like it at all. Like I said, let us know. And until the next one, we love you. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.